The madness is underway. The first NCAA tournament automatic bid awarded to East Tennessee State Saturday. The Bucks beat Chattanooga 78-62 for the second straight year. They win the Southern Conference Championship. It's East Tennessee's sixth NCAA trip, all coming since 1989. East Tennessee State is in. And so are you. Welcome to the broadcast. Steve Berthiaume, Neil Everett along the way. In addition to the first NCAA bids being handed out Saturday, there was also the little matter of another perfect season.
Yeah, top-ranked and unbeaten Stanford chasing history. Washington chasing an NCAA tournament invite. Cardinal 26-0 with a victory. Stanford will own the longest win streak by a Pac-10 team since the conference expanded about 25 years ago. The Dogs are 1-26 all-time against number ones. Their lone win came when that man, their coach, Lorenzo Romar, was player Lorenzo Romar. There he is, legal flashback, February 1979. Romar for the U, and it's upset of then number one UCLA. Bruins, by the way, snuck into the Pac-10 tournament Saturday. Back to Heck Ed, where the home team's giving the top-rated team a heck of a run. Off the steal, Mike Jensen finishes, and Washington up 3. Nice do. If it's a Husky highlight, you know Nate Robinson's making the show. He gets the arrow right there, and then he goes to work. This is a guy who played for the football team. Looks like the defensive back right there with the interception, and then the feed to Trey Simmons for the layup. Stanford with 13 turnovers in the first half, averaging 14 per game. Mike Montgomery having a Malox moment. Robinson can pop from the outside. Stanford went 0 for 7 from the 3 in the first half, trailed by 10. Second half, though, Washington went 6+ minutes without a point. Josh Childress, big hair, big player. Stanford scored the first 9 points of the half. Chris Hernandez, he had 21, but Matt Loddick had just 2 points, still a 1-point game. The Cardinal could not get the lead. They don't call him Trey for nothing. Simmons, cousin of former NBA Donnie Marshall, he hits the 3 right there. In fact, Trey with 3 trees in a row. Finished with 16. His given name is Chester. He has a sister named Precious.
Have you been reading the media guides again?
Precious. There will be no last-second heroics for the Cardinal. Brandon Roy there. Washington, your winner. Coach Montgomery, what went wrong?
What it came down to was we just simply couldn't make a shot, and Washington was hitting open shots. And, you know, Simmons' 3 threes were huge. But we're still 26-1. I mean, you look at everybody in the country that's playing tough teams, they're losing, and it's just that we were 1 game away from something pretty special. We didn't get it done, so it'll take probably a little while to get over that.
75-62. St. Joseph's is the only undefeated team in the country. Hey, game night gang, how about them apples?
41-game home winning streak was snapped by Georgia Tech on Wednesday. Final home game for 4 seniors, including Chris Duhon. Played first half. Lowell, dang, from Duhon there, and Duke's up 3. Rashad McCants for Carolina. This one good for 2. Fake a 3. McCants had 20. Tar Heels would lead by 3 at halftime. Final seconds first half, and it's that number 2 guy again. Donald Trump's a big fan.
Well, I think number 2 has been amazing for Duke. He's really been amazing.
I think Dick Vitale would probably agree with Lowell Dang now or Ray Felton from North Carolina.
I'm talking about Dang. His touch around the basket's been amazing.
The Donald clearly has been following Duke closely all year long. Second half.
The big assist.
Yeah, fortunately he didn't say, Doris, you're fired. Chris Duhon, fire up Dickie V.
Gotta get that TO. This place is rocking. Oh, is it rocking our camera?
Duhon had 12. Blue Devils up 3. Sean May, the block on Sheldon Williams. J.J. Redick picks it up and knocks it down. He had 15. Duke up 4. Williams was okay. 8 minutes to go. Raymond Felton, the dribbling exhibition. UNC gets within 2, but Lowell Dang, 25 points, 12 of 16 shooting after he was a miserable 1 for 14 in the loss to Georgia Tech. Dang tough here, and it's a 5-point Blue Devil lead. Now UNC down 3, under 10 seconds left. McCants. No call here. He said, afterward, I was about to pull up for a 3 and just got pounded. Duke wins 70-65. Roy goes into Cameron Indoor and leaves a loser. Duke has beaten North Carolina 14 of the last 16 meetings.
Winner in the NCAA tournament, Troy State is the 1 seed, but it's 2 seed UCF in control. Dexter Lions rebound and put back. Golden Knights up 12. They led by 5 at the half. Second half, the Trojans' afternoon can be summed up on this play. Herbert Evans, I am Iron Man. Troy State shot just 30% from the field. Evans will atone later. gathers the spill, put-back foul, and the top 10 nomination. Evans completes the old-fashioned three. We have a 6-point game, but too much Lions. And I'm not lying. He had 18. It came down to being really patient on defense and getting after them, said Lions, who won the tournament MVP award. UCF won the game, 60-55. We'll see you on Selection Sunday.
Mississippi State at Alabama. Bulldogs a perfect 11-0 on the road. 20 seconds left. Timmy Bowers spots up for three. Nice ball fake. He had 20. Bulldogs down 2. After a foul, Ernest Shelton is at the line. Now watch Bowers. He walks right into the lane there. The official stopped Shelton as he was about to shoot the ball and asked for the ball back. Shelton said afterward the official threw him off, and sure enough, he missed the free throw. Ensuing possession, Bowers in the lane. This tied it at 75. We went to overtime after Bama led by as many as 18 in the second half. In OT, Antoine Petway, the floater. 2 of his 21 tied up by 4. Final seconds. Alabama's lead down to 1. And Petway, oh my goodness, he stepped out of bounds. The Tide turn it over. Yeah, not a good time for that. Timmy Bowers going baseline. And Mississippi State has a 1-point lead. Another nice ball fake there. He's fundamentally sound. Bama the long inbound. Lawrence Roberts steals it. Roberts 18 points, 21 boards. Bulldogs take the SEC.
Darrell Griffith isn't walking through that door. It's Rick Pitino's Louisville Cardinals at Marquette. Golden Eagles ended Louisville's 16-game winning streak earlier this season. And after the Damian Mason three-point play, this game is tied with 2 minutes to go. 12 seconds left. Now arrow on Travis Diener, who shot just 3 for 14. Wooden Award finalist fouling out on that whistle. He can't believe it. Taekwon Dean would hit the free throws. Louisville by 2. Marquette basketball. Tom Crean says Brandon Bell, take a shot. Well, he misses his only shot of the game, but team rebound to Marquette, rebounding, killing the Cardinals. Golden Eagles, another chance. Larry O'Bannon is supposed to cover Mason. Play's not supposed to go to Mason. Ball goes his way, and the freshman delivers. And he's fouled by Alhaji Muhammad. You think, man, 0 seconds left, going to the free throw line, you know, big shot. You think about it all the time. That's what Mason said after hitting the free throw that won the game. 81-80, Marquette.
Number 23, Memphis could clinch the Conference USA regular season title with a win at number 12, Cincinnati, where senior Tony Bobbitt was honored on senior day. First half, Tigers would score 15 straight points off of 3-pointers. Sean Banks for 3, Antonio Burks 3 of his 16. Anthony Rice had 13 points. Rodney Carney had 15 points. And finally, Rice again, top of the key for 3. Bob Huggins' team down 3 at halftime, just getting shelled second half. Field Williams misses, and Jason Maxiel does not. Maxiel, 19 points and 9 boards. We're tied at 50. Tied at 70. Banks open for 3. He had 28. Tigers up 3. This game had 21 lead changes. Under a minute to go. Bearcats down 1. Bobbitt the 3. He had 20. Memphis can clinch the league title. A 5-way tie for first in Conference USA. That includes LSU going into Auburn with an 8-7 record in the SEC. First half, Ian Young, Brandon Robinson. Robinson had 29 for the Auburn Tigers and Cliff Ellis. Second half, though, Kyle Davis celebrating senior day, banking in a 3. Davis had 9 points and 16 rebounds. LSU sinking fast. They've lost 5 of 6 as they enter the SEC tournament. They're in trouble.
22nd ranked Georgia Tech hosting Florida State, the Seminoles. They haven't won on the road since the Millard Fillmore administration. 23-game losing streak in away ACC games. But hey, they're up 3. Not now. Marvin Lewis, he hit 5 threes, 16 of his 21 in the second half for the Georgia Tech senior. And then Jarrett Jack drives. Anthony McHenry jams. Tech wins, and Florida State's bubble may be bursting.
Notre Dame, though, making a late-season run. Playing at St. John's first half, Chris Quinn knocks it away. Tom Timmermans to Chris Thomas. Thomas had 25 points, 9 of 14 shooting. And in the second half, it's Thomas again off the miss. Notre Dame beats the Johnnies 89-62. The Irish 17-11, 9-7 in the Big East. They've won 6 of 8. They're coming on. Xavier still fighting for an at-large bid. Musketeers at Temple Saturday. Second half, Marty Collins, he had 10 points, and the Owls making a game of this thing. Late in the ball game, they're up by 1. Here come the Musketeers. Lionel Chalmers finding Romain Sato. Sato 19 points and 12 boards. Xavier up 1 after they were 16 down. Chalmers the penetration, Anthony Miles the finish. Xavier has won 9 of 10, looking for an at-large bid. 10-6 in the A-10.
Atlantic 10, Richmond hosting Massachusetts. Spiders are bubbly, but in trouble, up just 3. Eric Zwayer with the big defensive play. Mike Scrocky finishes, and he finishes with a season-high 24 points. Tony Dobbins added 15, along with 6 boards and 4 steals. He scored 5 points in the final 100 seconds. Richmond, 69-65 winners at 18-11. Spiders crawling on the tournament bubble.
Nicely done. Colorado hosting Nebraska. Buff sitting right on that bubble. Final ticks. Brian Conklin is open for throw. We are tied at 75. 8 ticks to go. Blair Wilson is fouled. He made one of them. Colorado hangs on. The Buffaloes are 18-9, 10-6 in the Big 12. As they head into the conference tournament, they beat the Huskers 78-75.
Tough week for Oklahoma. Suspended Jabari Brown and then struggled mightily with visiting Baylor. Trailed by as many as 10 in the second half. Jason Dietrich triples to give OU a 1-point lead. The 3-time defending Big 12 tournament champions D up in the end, and they win 46-41. 18-9. They may need some tournament wins to make the tournament. Whack me! UTEP beats Boise State and Idaho. The Miners win the conference outright. Broncos with other ideas. Brian DeFerris working his half-court game. He had 18. No UTEP player went for double figures. Miners came in averaging nearly 80 points per, lose 59-45. DeFerris again. UTEP's turnaround remarkable, but they'll share the WAC title with Nevada.
BYU at UNLV, second half. Odarte blanks, and he had 23 points and 10 boards, and Vegas is up by 1. Rafael Orojo with a half-second to go. BYU wins. Orojo had 21 points, 13 rebounds. BYU, the 2 seed, Vegas, the 4 as the Mountain West tourney opens Thursday.
More Mountain West. Utah at San Diego State. Second half, all Utes. Nick Jacobson made 3 of 5 from distance, and Utah up 2 touchdowns. There was a Richard Chaney sighting in this game.
Really?
Out of the war room and up for the dunk. He looks good. Utah, 66-53 winner at 21-8. They have big tournament thoughts. We need more thoughts from Reese Davis and the Cameron gang.
An automatic bid on the line in Nashville. This is Murray State and Austin Peay. Adam Childs at 12, and the Racers are up by 2. This after the Governors went 16-0 in OVC League play this season. Antoine Welchel at 10. Murray State up by 5. Governors within 3. Josh Lewis, his pass deflected, and Welchel has possession. Murray State goes up by 7, and Welchel will put it away. The Racers going to the NCAA tournament out of the Ohio Valley, their 12th NCAA bid, and their 5th in 8 years. They beat Austin Peay 66-60. Murray State is in.
A couple of ranked ACC teams. Herb Sendik's North Carolina Staters at Wake Forest. Wolfpack on a 2-game losing streak. Deacons can tie him for second in the conference with a win. Justin Gray led Wake with 23, but despite the emotion, that would not be enough. Engin Atsur, freshman from Turkey, hit a career-high 5 3-pointers. Check out the shot clock. That's a backbreaker. Next possession, Wolfpack going to play beat the clock again. This time, Jordan Collins posting up, and he is the winning contestant. Julius Hodge and NC State own second place in the ACC after the 81-70 win. There's Hodge getting it done without the injured Scooter Sherrill.
Pittsburgh, a chance to clinch the top seed in the Big East tournament. Jamie Dixon's Panthers hosting Villanova. Late first half, Siobhan Troutman misses and Chris Taft does not. Pittsburgh down 5 at halftime, though. In the second, Alan Ray for Ray. Ray scored Villanova's first 12 points of the second half. He had 24 for the game. Taft backing in here, left-handed, double foul. He had 16 and 11. Pittsburgh wraps up the 1 seed in the Big East tournament, 13-3 in conference play for the 3rd year.
Or give me High Point. Big South Championship winner in the field of 65. Low points for High Point, down 22-9, but Zion White, a high point right there. White not missing that one. And push play and record on the Larry Blair family VCR, please. Blair scoring 29 points, tied a championship game record with 7 threes. We could talk to Jerry Falwell afterwards. We're going to choose Blair instead, who put on a show before the largest crowd in Big South tournament history. 8,500 watched this one. Blair talked about it afterwards.
since practice this morning and workouts, my shot preparation was tough. I made sure I stayed on my shot preparation. So I had confidence before the game, and when it started going in the game, it just built my confidence even more.
89-44. The Flamers going to the big tournament for the first time in 10 years.
10th ranked Texas with their hands full at Kansas State. Final 4 minutes, Kenny Taylor for Troy. He had 11. We're tied up. K-State up 1. Tim Ellis floating around the baseline. He had 13. The Wildcats go up 3. This after they scored only 17 first-half points. Final minute, Jeremiah Massey. He had 14. K-State upsets Texas. Even school president John Wilfald stormed the court for this one. Texas, though, already guaranteed second place in the Big 12, so this doesn't exactly kill them.
7th-ranked Oklahoma State could be a Tournament 1 seed before it's all said and done, trying to win their first Big 12 conference title outright in nearly 40 years by beating visiting Texas A&M. Tony Allen taking advantage of the Aggies' telestrated zone defense. That's a top 10 nomination. You're getting another look. John Lucas taking advantage of the league's worst team. A&M 0-16 in the conference. Lucas also scored 20. Cowboys win 70-41. Coach Sutton finally cuts down the nets at his alma mater.
Things have gotten so bad at Indiana, they might not even make the NIT. Wisconsin at Assembly Hall Saturday. Devin Harris for 3. He scored 26 points. Now, an Illinois loss at Ohio State Sunday will give the Badgers a tie for the Big Ten title. Harris had a big day at Assembly Hall. 70-52. Wisconsin will beat the Hoosiers. But after the game, Indiana seniors were honored. And it's been a real tough run for them this year. And A.J. Moye got very emotional. And he got the loudest ovation. Listen to this. That's a nice moment. At 13-14, Indiana needs 2 wins in the Big Ten tourney just to get into the NIT.
I got a little chicken skin on that. Iowa at Purdue. Gene Katie's club trying to be bubblicious. Final seconds. Iowa up 3. David Teague is going to be in a scrum for the basketball, and he'll be fouled. It's a 1-on-1 situation, so what he needs to do is he needs to make the first free throw and then miss the second. Purdue needs to get the rebound, score, and send it into overtime. Teague got the first part of the plan down pat right there. But the second freebie, well, that's great for the average, bad for your tournament chances. Iowa, 63-62 winners. Taking of John Thompson's Princeton club can club Dartmouth and shouldn't be a problem given the Big Green's big deficiencies. Max Schaefer with the steal deal, top 10 nomination to Judson Wallace. Wallace had 24, Princeton by 18 at the half, but Dartmouth was game, down to 6. Leon Patman makes it a 4-point game. 2-camera shot there. 10-0 run for the Big Green, but the Tigers roar back. Will Venable. Reverse layup, 64-59 winners. Princeton wins the Ivy for the 3rd time in 4 years, and Princeton in the big show for the 23rd time. 5 are in, 60 to go. East Tennessee State in for the 7th time in school history, 2nd straight season. Liberty in for the 2nd time ever. UCF in for the 3rd time, first since '96, and Murray State in for the 12th time.